What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be going over the best methods in Madden 23 Ultimate Team to get yourself some free 96 plus overalls, also free Mutcoins, and you're going to get a lot of these things just from grinding the game. Shout out to all of you guys that have been watching the, how to reach Mut level 61 super fast. There are a lot of different tips and tricks that you guys can go ahead and get done, but we're going to go over it specifically in this video because a lot of you guys have questions about some of the other fine-tuned things like the rushing yards and stuff like that. If you guys watch my content either here at GmiasWorld Gaming on YouTube or at GmiasWorld Sports right here on YouTube. If you're not, you should go subscribe right now, but that's neither here nor there. You would see the way we grind the game. I do not hide anything from you guys. I let you guys know exactly what's going on because I think it's important that you understand the game as you grind. So there's a lot going on primarily within the game that some of you guys are having difficulty understanding. Gee, how am I going to do all this stuff? Because these stats are stupid. Like, why does EA want me to rush for 4,000 yards? You know what I'm saying? These organic tackles, those are fine. You'll get that because you play the game. The rush yards is typically what we have issues with. So we're going to be covering that because this is the major way how you're going to get these rewards, which is like, a few of them upgrade over 96. Bolitnikov is a 94, but these free rewards, like the Eduardo Reed, a lot of you guys want to go ahead and grab him. His card is looking pretty sick. He's more than likely going to take over for somebody on the squad because his card is usually pretty decent. So we're gonna get to all that stuff in a second, but these are the ways that you go ahead and do it. So I'm going to show you guys the best way to get these things done, relatively quickly. It's probably going to take you maybe one solo battle on easy. And not only for this one right here with the 4,000 yards, but you're going to want to take a look at the current NFL playoffs situation as well, because there's also something going on in that one as an objective with the stats, with the rush for 3,000. All right, so you can see we have 664. Everything else about a lot of the sets and just, playing the game, it's all self-explanatory. All right, it's certain, you got to go ahead, you got to, get touchdowns, you got to win this, you got to win the games, whatever, just basic stuff. You got to have a playoff player. I've already gone over that. If you have any specific question, let me know in the comment section. If you are a member, go ahead and flood your globes. You guys should know how to flood your globes by now. Look, if you guys get that message, right, this invalid lineup, just go ahead and exit the lineup screen. Don't try to play around with it. That bug has been in the game for 3 years. EA Sports is not going to, fix it probably. They're going to just say, you know what, bro? We don't care about it. All you have to do is back out of Mut and then come back into it, and then you should be all set with it. All right? It shouldn't be something that's major with it. Overall, like I said, there's a lot of bugs that I don't really understand myself how they can't just fix things that have been going on for years, but it's something that I just want to make sure if this is your first time watching a video, that these are the type of tips and tricks that'll help you get through it relatively easy. So with the solo battles, I typically always do it on legendary, but what you're going to want to do is whether it's your featured opponent, whatever it is, right, you're going to want to go, instead of doing legend, you're going to want to go to rookie. All right, now once you jump into rookie, your sole objective, right, you're not passing the ball at all, because passing the ball is generally a very easy thing to do in the regular modes. You could just throw the ball at somebody's user. It's very, very easy to actually do it. So it's not something that I would recommend, like, oh my God, you should probably do this type thing. I do honestly believe that this is the easiest way to do it. Now, you can go ahead and, you could go ahead and hit stick them, get fumbles, whatever it is. But again, on the kickoff, I probably wouldn't do it like that because there's not a lot of yards there, right? But as you play the game, remember, there are things like interceptions. There's things like, right now it's only interceptions that they have actually going on. So you don't really have to do much, all right? All you have to do is come out, get a turnover and run the ball. Now, you're going to notice that on arcade mode, on the easiest level in solo battles, everything is pretty simplistic. I'm not even going to do any subs. I'm just going to run a basic Overstorm Brave and just, blitz everybody. And the computer, more than likely, in most cases, are going to fumble. They're going to do weird stuff. And, should you hit stick them? Absolutely. But when you hit stick them, you should try to run backwards if you can. Okay? You should try to run backwards. That's the key. Even if you get a fumble on the kickoff, you should try to run backwards. Because any run play that you run, more than likely, the CPU will not try to make their best attempt to tackle you. Okay, so this is how you would get these yards, and ultimately it'll bring you closer to be able. Okay, I don't know, dude. I don't know why the CPU is playing so crazy. Usually, it's just one play touchdowns, but again, because I'm trying to show you guys what goes on. Look how hard he's playing. Where's that other guy going? What is he doing? I don't understand why the other guy's not blocking the guy right in front of him. It's like real stupid. These stretch runs, any stretch run, not even just a stretch alert lookie, I would highly recommend them because they usually block well. All right, they usually block well, so it's not that big of a deal. Also remember, right, with certain things in the field pass, all the touchdowns that we get right now is going to go towards that as well, which is going to help you to obviously get closer to getting the free 96 plus overall Ed Reed and other high overall elites in the game through the field pass. But this is something that, like I said, a lot of you guys have difficulty understanding. When you play the regular solos, there aren't any solos that are long enough for you to just go through it a one-shot deal and get all the stuff I'm going to show you right now. Like, there is no solo for that. They don't really have long ones. So look, when you picked it up, if he just picks it up, right, you go and you try to run around everybody and run backwards, right? Because you want 100 yards. Well, you can't get 100, but like 90 yards per. So every time you get a fumble on the kickoff, you want to run backwards to about right there. All right, and you want to repeat this over and over again. So even if you get 2,000 yards, I usually try to get at least 2,000 yards per solo battle on easy, just so that I can get the other XP from the the other competitive points from the other versions. I just try to do it like that. He should be able to make the tackle by himself because it's on arcade mode. So you'll be able to do all that stuff. Also, EA Sports did patch the game a little bit to where your guys actually get fatigued. You see like how they get fatigued now? Usually on arcade mode they did not get fatigued, but now they are. With the most recent update, I noticed it once the update dropped when I was playing some other modes. So your players will get tired. Now, they usually will not fumble the ball. All right, I'm saying usually because one of you guys are gonna let me know that you fumbled the ball somehow. All right, it's always the luck of the draw, but usually they don't fumble. So typically that's the way they block, and you just make, okay, he just ran right by him. He just ran right by him. But that's how simplistic it is. And just make sure you monitor your running backs because they did, they did a bad job with the way that they did the fatigue on arcade mode now. So just watch that because then the players will run extra slow and then it'll start to aggravate you, and we don't want to be aggravated with it. And that's ultimately what you would do to get all of the yards, accumulate everything, and you'll speed through a very, very important part of what goes on within the game itself, all right, to get those overalls. So I want to make sure that you guys understand. Now, as far as the interceptions, right, the interceptions, if for whatever reason on a kickoff, you don't get a fumble and you have to play defense, you should be able to intercept the ball on arcade mode. Okay, it's like if you can't do it right now and you need me to actually go out and do a tutorial, I already have them out in previous videos where you can just know, bro, straight fuck, pick the ball, dude. Make sure you got pick artists on your players, pick the ball. Okay, it's very, very simplistic. And that's ultimately what you would need for the current objectives that are going on right now. Other than that, you should be all set with getting all the free, 96 plus, the coins, and all that other stuff that EA is giving away in the field pass. Nickel over, pinch your line, blitz everybody. This typically works very seamlessly, okay, on the regular legendary mode. That same thing applies. If your guy didn't fall right there, you would run backwards and continue to repeat over and over again, and you just keep doing that. Get all your yards. Once all that stuff is done, the passing and everything comes organically, so you shouldn't have much issue. Now they're actually blocking, so everything is easy. All right, guys, go ahead and enjoy your day. Stay well, stay blessed. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.